I was watching a news clip today and I saw a very familiar line on like a headline for the news channel here in South Africa that said quiet quitting now happening at corporations. And I giggled because I said, wow, this is interesting. I always speak about entrepreneurship as the only gateway to economic independence. And if you have an interest in this type of content, I'd love to have you here on the channel. My name is Ashley. On this channel, Ashley in Africa, I talk about my experience of living and doing business here on the continent of Africa. I currently live in Johannesburg, South Africa. It's been about 6 months. And I'm adjusting. I'm definitely adjusting. I'll talk about that in another video, but there are 3 businesses that I've identified since being here that you can start as a South African with zero capital, honestly. There are 3, specific businesses that I think have a market fit and an opportunity to grow here on the continent, but specifically here in South Africa. So please be sure to like this content if it resonates and if you enjoy it, and share it with someone who you think would find value in it as well. I'm also going to share 3 free tools at the end, maybe even a bonus one. I'll give you 4 tools that you can use to implement this business for free. All right, so stay tuned to the end of the video to get those tools. Number 1, a staffing agency. So a lot of people are using helpers, domestic workers, whether that's drivers, gardeners, house helpers, house cleaners, cooks, etc., right? And when moving to a new place or looking for someone, you want someone that you can get a reference from. And I myself used an agency, and it's really been helpful because I've been able to get personalized feedback from somebody who's vetted in this space. And so a staffing agency that's able to provide this type of security to a customer is huge, and it doesn't cost any money to start. For people that are in this line of work, making sure that they have, proper identification, proper permits, proper background check, live in a certain area that can easily access work. And essentially have a list of references, and this costs nothing. All you need is a phone number, maybe create a logo, and get a database of people that need this type of work to be able to refer them out. I think this is also a great opportunity to minimize some of the unemployment challenges that are currently here in South Africa. And so for people that are in this line of work or in these lines of work, if you can share them with other people, whether it's residential projects or even commercial projects, I think it's a huge opportunity for someone here in South Africa to create a staffing agency. That's number 1. Number 2, coaching. This goes into the silent quitting, right? Coaching personal development, mindset, something that you're good at, anything that you've had a transformation at, you can teach that to someone else. I say this all the time to my members in the Africa Investors Academy. When we're building businesses for the growth of Africa, we don't necessarily need to be gurus. We can be guides. You are someone who's had an experience that you've overcome something that thousands, millions of other people would love to overcome. And because you've come through that, you can provide a level of wisdom and guidance and insight. Okay, so I teach people how to do this specifically in the Africa Investors Academy so that they can be location independent, they can work online, they can build communities of people all over the world, work and live wherever they want, but also contribute intentionally to the growth of Africa. So if this is you, we would love to have you in the Academy, but you can start this business with $0. Right? You can start coaching people and helping people grow in their mindset, helping people grow and how they become better mothers, how they become better partners to each other, relationship coaches, teaching people new languages, right? You can do all of this online for free, starting with $0. And again, I'm going to share some tools on how you can do that at the end of this video. I hope you're liking this content. If so, please be sure to like it. Leave me a comment and let me know if you ever thought of these, or if you want to share some other ideas that you've come across living here in South Africa. The next business idea that I've noticed a lot of is children enrichment. So after school programs, weekend, Saturday schools, or even, week-long camps. So in the last video that I did where I shared my experience of being here in South Africa and some of the culture shocks, I spoke specifically in one section about where are the camps? Like when kids are out of school, my daughters, when they're out of school, they have like month-long breaks, and the majority of the comments came back saying that families are sending their children to their grandparents into the village, and I love that idea. I'd say that that wasn't something that I did ever, even in the US, even when I was close to family, because I just didn't have that type of family dynamic where we would send kids there for the summers. Maybe a weekend, maybe, 5 days, 7 days, but a whole summer, that was pretty rare. So I was used to going to camps. I went to Saturday schools, I did leadership camps, and I think specifically for our children, we don't need our children to be idle, right? Like, especially in a world as globally competitive as it is today. While spending time with family and friends is so important, it's absolutely something that should be done regularly. There's also opportunity for our children to be picking up additional skills that they're not learning in school, picking up leadership qualities, picking up trades. And so if you are an educator, or if you are someone who enjoys working with children, teens, young adults, this will also help alleviate, I believe, what is some of the bigger issues around young unemployment and young people just being idle, not only here in South Africa, but much of the continent, right? So these type of programs, these type of enrichment opportunities can absolutely be developed online for free. But also there is an in-person component necessary, I think, to bring children together, to be able to develop community, learn how to connect and network with their peers, and ultimately set them up for long-term growth professionally, academically, or socially. Right? So these are the 3 ideas that I believe could easily be 6-figure businesses. You could start with 0 money. Thanks for watching towards the end. I'm also going to share with you a few free tools that I used in building my business that eventually I have been able to scale and upgrade to different paid platforms. But let's start with, creative graphics, right? Free tools, Canva. It's an incredible free tool for you to be able to create graphics, logos, all for free. None of this do you need to get started, but these are resources that you can have to create your promotional campaigns, your promotional content, to share it out with friends, family, networks, to be able to build your business and tell people about what you're doing. The next tool, Calendly, right? If you are in the coaching business and you want to schedule one-on-ones with people, you can set up an account on Calendly to help people schedule time on your calendar so that they're not going back and forth trying to find time and you're trying to find time that works for you. This is a tool that will allow you to schedule time and have somebody book that time with you on their own. The next thing is Gmail. Right? Everybody has a Gmail. What's great about Gmail is you can create documents, you can create Google Sheets, like in the Excel form, you can create presentations, and also have video chats, video calls, whether you're doing group coaching, whether you are interviewing for your staffing agency, or having kids and children join you for child enrichment programs from around the community. Having a Gmail account allows you to have access to the Google Cloud of software that can help you grow your business for free. All right, and the last and one of the most important tools that I recommend to building a 7-figure business, a 6-figure business, an 8-figure business is YouTube. YouTube is one of the most powerful search engines out there, second to Google, and people that know what they're looking for, find that thing by searching it. You guys all found me through searching some of the search terms that I put into Google, to Gmail for free, to YouTube for free, so that you could find my content. And it's a great resource. It's a free resource for entrepreneurs that are building these type of businesses online. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed this content. Please share it with someone who would find value in it. And I'll leave the link to those free tools in the description below. Until the next video, I'll see you soon.